Hi there! Welcome to Love Sophia, Musings of a Wholehearted Woman. I again thank you for being here tonight, today, or this morning, or evening, afternoon, whatever time it is in your place. And again, I am here to help you out to be a better person every day. So our topic for today is about non-attachment. What is non-attachment? Okay, so this is not the emotional attachment that we feel with a person. So in psychology, we have the different types of attachment styles. Okay, so this is in relation to a caregiver or a person that we are close to, who provides our needs, or especially in emotional needs. May it be our partner, or our parents, or friend. So this is not the kind of attachment that I am going to talk to. But it is in itself a different topic. So the thing about non-attachment is in relation to mindfulness. So this is still can be applied to people, can be applied to a certain goal that we have in our life, and a certain project that you wanted to do, or even to material things, or certain ideals, such as what do you want to be, diba? What are our dreams, diba? What happens in the future, or even the hurts, no? The emotions that we felt when there's something that is burdensome that happened in our lives, a challenging time, a critical time. Okay, so that's a long intro, but yeah, maybe I wanted to share about that because people as we are, we attach meaning to things. We attach meaning to the goals that we want to achieve. We also attach meaning to relationships, right? But I believe that non-attachment can be also applicable not only when certain negative things happen in our life, such as probably getting rid of the bond that we have with a certain person, diba? Such as moving on. So it's not only related to that, but it can also be related to certain good things that happens to us, such as having a successful career or a successful event. Okay, but yeah, it can be applicable to those events in our lives. Okay, so as I was saying, we can use this, we can practice non-attachment to whatever circumstance that we are put by life, because it is in a non-attachment that we get to see really the perspective that we want in a certain circumstance that we have in our life. May it be a high, may it be a low, and we can be on that point that we are still. And I believe that's the greatest, right? The greatest feeling that we can feel, right? Of course, it is okay and it is normal to acknowledge and to feel that we are successful in something. But we have to know the limitations as well, so that we will not go beyond that. We wanted to be on that feeling longer, diba? The pleasure that we get on that certain thing in a longer time. In the same way also, when we feel burdened, that we don't want to stay on that state for a longer time. But it is for us to acknowledge that we have to, diba? We have to acknowledge it, but we also have to be non-attached to those things, so that we can get the perspective that we need to in order to keep going, diba? And to be humble, right? So for example, when we become successful in something, yes, celebrate it, but hopefully it won't be a reason for us to boast that, okay, I did it, right? I did it all. That there are no other people that are also very helpful for us, to us rather, so that we can go to where we are right now. Okay? And another thing, if we feel sad about, for example, a rejection, feel the hurt, grieve it, diba? Because it's a loss. Feel it and undergo the process. But it is in non-attachment that we become able to observe what is happening to you, diba? And what is the right response. Not just to react on that certain thing that happened to you, but to really respond so that you can go on, diba? We can go on with life, because if something bad happens to us, such as a loss of a loved one, diba? It's just one part of us. It's just one part of our world. And we have other responsibilities, diba? Like, for example, you have a family. We all have families, right? Not unless you are living alone. Even though if you're living alone, you will have work, diba? Something that you'll be able to contribute to a greater good, and to other people, no? Other people are need you, diba? Other people need you. So the practice of non-attachment will be very helpful, because it's like being a third person point of view, diba? When we read something, right? When we read a story and we know that, this is a third person point of view, because the person or the narrator can see the view of the characters, right? Rather than if the person, no, in the story, the protagonist is the only one talking about him or herself. So you become like a narrator, diba? So that's a different point of view that you can see, because you can also see, or you can also view what other people will say, or what they feel, and where are they coming from, diba? We get to stretch, diba? Stretch our patience. What else? We get to be more compassionate and merciful to other people, despite, for example, the bad thing that happened to you is someone hurted you, diba? Rather than just focusing on the hurt, rather than focusing on yourself, but we have to really acknowledge that we were hurt. And with the narrator, diba? Minsan yung narrator they can, or he can, or she can go back to certain parts of the life of the person, of the protagonist, and then there will be flashbacks, and the narrator will tell the viewers or the readers about what happened and why the protagonist, for example, was triggered by that. So it gives us really a perspective, diba? It gives us a perspective of both sides, and probably also the narrator can give context of why a certain event happened, diba? And with that, no, with the practice of non-attachment, we can be kinder to ourselves